Welcome to Math with Easy Logic. In this video we'll talk about logarithms, and I've prepared some practice questions for you, and this is the part 2 of the practice questions. So let's start with the first one. The question is, show that 2 to the power of 4 divided by logarithm to the base 5 of 4 plus 3 divided by logarithm base 7 of 8 is equal to 175. So we'll start with the left hand side and then prove that that's equal to 175. So 2 to the power of 4 divided by logarithm base 5 of 4 plus 3, and then here we will try to change the base to 5 so that at the end we can add these two terms together. So that will be logarithm of to the base 5 of 8 divided by logarithm base 5 of 7. Okay. Right, here we can take the reciprocal. So that will be 3 times log base 5 of 7 divided by log base 5 of 8. Right, now just the inside is not the same yet. So 4 is actually the same as 2 to the power of 2. And then 8 is the same as 2 to the power of 3. So let's rewrite that. That's log base 5 of 2 to the power of 2 plus 3 times log base 5 of 7 divided by log base 5 of 2 to the power of 3. Alright, that's still not quite the same. So we'll have to multiply this by 3. And then this term here by 2 to get the same. And because of our log law, we can take this 2 here in the exponent and just write it in front. So we'll be left with 2 to the power of 12 over, now take the 2 to the front and multiply it with 3, that's 6, log base 5 of 2 plus 3 times 2 is also 6, log 7 and divided by 6 times log base 5 of 2. Alright, now we can add these two terms together, which will be 2 to the power of 12 plus 6 log base 5 of 7 divided by 6 log base 5 of 2. Okay. And now we can just divide these two here by 6. Simplify it and we'll be left with 2 to the power of 2 plus log base 5 of 7 divided by log base 5 of 2. Alright. Now we can rewrite the 2 as log base 5 of 5 to the power of 2. Because 2 is equal to log base 5 of 5. That's just 1 to the power of 2, because we can add the 2 here to the front, and 2 times 1 is just 2. Alright, so let's rewrite that. 2 to the power of, and we have log base 5, and here we have 5 squared, which is 25, plus log base 5 of 7. So we can just multiply these two here together. Right. Divided by log base 5 of 2. Now we can combine these two here. This is 25 times 7, which is 175. So let's write that. 2 to the power of log base 5 of 175 divided by log base 5 of 2. And now we can use changing the base rule. And basically we will end up with, because both of these are the same, have the same base, we will end up with log base 2 of 175. Okay, and now 2 to the power of log base 2, that just cancels out. So at the end we just have 175, and that's exactly what we had to prove. So we showed that those two are the same. Alright, let's do some smaller practice questions over here. Okay, so A, log of 10,000. 10,000 is the same as 10 to the power of 4. And log always has the base 10 if there's no base indicated. So that will just be 4. Log of 0.001 is just 10 to the power, this is just 10 to the power of negative 3. So that will be negative 3. Log of 10 is just 1 times log base 10 of 10 is equal to 1. And log of 1 is always 0 no matter what the base is here. Could be log base 2 of 1 is also 0. Okay, log of square root of 10, that's the same as saying log of 10 to the power of 1/2, which is 1/2 times log 10, and log 10 is just 1, so this will be 1/2. Okay, same goes here. This is log to the power of log 10 to the power of 1/3. And we can add the 1/3 in the front. And log 10 is just 1, so we'll be left with 1/3. Okay, next one. Log of 10 to the negative 1/4. So we'll be left with negative 1/4. And number H is log, and 10 to the 1 times 10 to the 1/2 is equal to 10 to the 1 plus 1/2 is 10 to the 3/2. So that will be 3/2. Okay, log of third root of 100 is the same as log of 100 to the power of 1/3, and 100 is also 10 to the power of 2, so that's log of 10 to the power of 2/3, and so that's just 2/3. Next we have log of 100 divided by square root of 10, which is log of 10 to the power of 2 minus 1/2. And that's log to the power of 3/2. Log of 10 to the power of 3/2, which is just 3/2. Okay, Next we got log of 10 times third root of 10, which is log of 10 to the power of 1 plus 1/3, which is equal to log of 10 to the power of 4/3. So that's just 4/3. And our last one here, this is just equal to 10 to the power of 3 plus 1/2, which is equal to 10 to the power of 6/2 plus 1/2 is 7/2, which is equal to 7/2. Okay, let's do some more exercises. In this one here, we have to simplify the expressions. So the first one to simplify is log 10 to the power of n, which is the same as n times log 10, and log 10 is just 1, so we'll be left with n. Next we got this expression right here, which is the same as log of 10 to the power of a, and then times 10 to the power of 2. So we can just add 2 right here. And that's a plus 2 times log 10, which is equal to a plus 2. Okay, next we got log of 10 divided by 10 to the power of m. It's the same as saying log 10 to the power of 1 minus m. And that's 1 minus m times log of 10, which is equal to 1 minus m. Okay, and our last one here, that's equal to log of 10 to the power of a minus b. And the same applies here, just add it to the front, and that's a minus b. And now our last exercise, number 4. It's also just something that will be a little faster. So log base 10 of 100,000. 100,000 is just 10 to the power of 5, so that will be 5. Log base 10 of 0.01. 0.01 is 10 to the power of negative 2, so that will be negative 2. Next we got log base 3 of square root of 3. Square root of 3 is just 3 to the power of 1/2. And so log 3 cancels out with the 3, and we will be left with 1/2. Alright, log base 2 of 8. 2 to the power of what is equal to 8? Well, 2 to the power of 3 will be 8. So then log base 2 of 8 is equal to 3. And 2 to the power of how much is equal to 64? And that's 6. So log base 2 of 64 is 6. And same here, log base 2 of 128 is just 64 times 2, so that will be 7. 2 to the power of 7 is 128. Log base 5 of 25, that will be equal to 2, because 5 to the power of 2 is 25. And here, 5 to the power of 3 will be 125. Log base 2 of 0.125, that's the same as saying log base 2 of 1 over 8. This is 1/8. So 2 to the power of how much is 1 over 8, and that will be negative 3. Alright, next we have log base 9 of 3. The square root of 9 is equal to 3, so that will be 1/2. 9 to the power of 1/2 is 3. And then log base 4 of 16, that's just 2. Log base 36 of 6, the same here. Taking the square root of 36 will be 6, so that's 1/2. log base 3 of 243. This is a little bit more difficult. 3 to the power of 5 is actually 243, and you can check that also with the calculator. Alright, next we've got log base 2 of the third root of 2. So this is just log base 2 of 2 to the 1/3. So you'll be left with 1/3. Log base a of a to the power of n, and that's just n. Log base 8 of 2. This is the same as we had earlier over here, number D. Just this time you go the other way around, so you have to take the third root of 8 to get to the 2. So then this will be 1/3. 8 to the power of 1/3 is equal to 2. Log base t of 1 over t, t to the power of -1 will be equal to 1 over t. And then log base 6 of 6 root 6. Well, if you have this, you can rewrite as log base 6 of 6 to the power of 3/2, because this is 6 to the power of 1, and then plus 1/2, and that's 3/2. So that will be just 3/2. Okay, here log base 4 of 1. Anything that has a 1 here will just be to the power of 0, because 4 to the power of 0 is 1. Also 10 to the power of 0 is 1. Anything to the power of 0 is always 1. And next we've got log base 9 of 9, and that one is easy. It's just 1. And that's it for this video. Next video we'll talk about the natural logarithms, which is ln, and talk a little bit about the letter e as well.